Okay, we're gonna talk about branding. I have my friend here from Humidor Manila, and we're talking about what we need to do to create a compelling brand because this is about cigars. I have my friend here, Lemon. We're talking on how to brand properly for Humidor. Yan, Lemon, yung first concern that you have.
The problem here is, tatlong beses na ako natanggal sa social media.
Yeah.
Before Humidor Manila, merong Tobacco PH.
Yes, ibang name.
Tobacco PH, okay naman. At first, okay.
Yeah.
Maraming bumibili, maraming hanggang dumami na ng mga 300 plus na followers.
Yeah.
After nun, siguro after mga 6 months of bigla ako natanggal. Tinanggal ako ng Facebook, tapos followed lang few months after, yung Instagram ko naman natanggal na. Hindi ko naman alam kung ano bang
So, parang,
hindi ako sumusunod sa...
Para reported din siya, no?
Oo, parang gano'n.
Okay.
So, sa tingin ko, it has something to do with the way I post.
Maybe.
Ano ba?
Yeah, maybe. There were times we were posting things, I think, that were sensitive. Because cigars kasi it's a commodity that's regulated globally, diba? So it's similar to cigarettes and alcohol. That's why you don't see much ads about alcohol eh.
Ayaw nila nung direct selling.
Yes,
malinaw dun sa guidelines
so,
na no direct selling of
right.
Tobacco.
Right. So for example, if I post my cigar and then I tell them the price, it's a red flag right away eh. So I think number one is it has to be promoted in a way wherein you're not trying to sell the product but the brand. 'Di ba? Kasi you shifted from Tobacco PH to Humidor Manila. Kasi I think number one ano doon is they believe kaya ka nagkaroon ng followers eh. They like the way you serve them and the service. Kasi with the brand, you're always building a community. Regardless of what industry you're in, you're trying to build a community. So, di ba, when we were messaging on WhatsApp, sabi ko, it's about creating a compelling brand that people can relate to or parang associate themselves with. Yung parang, it makes...
Common interest.
Common interest, and then your brand has what we call a unique selling point. Kasi, typically, what's partnered with cigar? So, a guy with beard, whiskey drinking, it assumes machismo eh. Like, I don't personify that kind of market eh. 'Di ba? So, but I'm a buyer.
Yes,
like, I like cigars. I smoke cigars when I collect cigars, but I don't fit in the bill yung tipong nagmomotor ako or 'di ba yung I mean how do you describe the common cigar user? In general, not typical, not
in
your
general,
yeah.
In general, most of the my customers, more often than not, umiinom sila.
Whiskey,
beer, or
wine, cocktails, okay,
wine, yes.
Wine. And coffee also, coffee drinker. Okay. And then,
tapos, secondary, yung mga usually, pag nagmumotor, mahilig sa motor, mahilig din sa cigars.
yeah.
Another market na nakita ko before
Na closely related.
Oo, na yung mga mahilig sa mga audiophiles.
Audiophiles.
May mga
sounds. Because it's connected with relaxing music. Yeah. Okay. So, yun yung common kasi the market for cigars is already established before you even came in, di ba? You would call yourself also not like an expert.
No.
Right? Because there were others ahead of you who were doing something already that's kumbaga become the norm. Right? Like when I came into the sneaker industry, like with Soulstam, I didn't know there was a market that were collectors already of mga hard to find, mga rare sneakers and such. Pero I didn't realize it until I was very deep into it. Kasi I was very passionate na about collecting shoes. Pero I didn't know na may mga nauna sa akin na collector and such. So, collect ako ng collect, different things. Pero, meron na una sa akin. I didn't know that they were doing something different. So, in a way, I came in with my unique perspective on it because I was not tainted by how the market already was dictating it. Yun lang, there are siguro unspoken rules when it comes to promoting cigars. Like, for example, I think one mistake that we saw before was Tobacco PH was that there were brands of what you were selling back then. Tama?
Na parang I'm representing na this.
It's like me, Soul Slam, and then I put in all the sneaker brands like Nike, Adidas, Reebok, Converse, Fila, etc., etc. All these brands, but I'm not an official retailer of them. Kumbaga, I'm a reseller. I resell those shoes, but I'm in no way in a contract with them. Kumbaga, I buy shoes from the stores and I put them in my store. But I sell them. They're legit. They're not fakes and such.
Pero
Yeah.
sa tingin ko, more than that, yung direct selling eh.
Yeah.
Kasi yun yung parating sinasabi ng Facebook, na Instagram na hindi ako sumunod sa community guidelines nila.
So
That direct selling of tobacco and tobacco related products is not allowed.
Direct selling of tobacco products.
So, siguro yung question ko is, ano ba yung direct selling talaga?
Direct selling means that you're telling about this product and where they can get this and how much it is.
Okay, pero but if you're just describing how it tastes,
That's
how
okay.
it looks like, ano yung mga details niya,
Yeah.
it's not direct selling.
It's not direct selling. It's becoming influential. Because you're sharing your point of view. Like what I mentioned to you before, right? If you had a monthly top 5 must-try cigars, that's your opinion. Kumbaga, if someone gets offended by it, like, oh, why is it your top 5? I mean, the number 3 you put in and the number 5 item you put in, it's horrible. Tastes yucky. It's I don't know how some people would describe it. But the thing is, it's your top 5. Similar to like, you know, in basketball when they say in ESPN, if their number 1 is LeBron James of all time, and then Yahoo Sports says Jordan is their top 1 all time, it's their list. It's not your list, kumbaga. So, you're making your own. Sarili mo yun. So, I think it's your fresh perspective. That's what happened to me when I was collecting shoes. I would say that this is my holy grail when it comes to shoes. Like this pair of shoes. Pero sa iba, why is that your holy grail? This one should be the most expensive or the most sought after sneaker. I don't know about it because that's what I see. So you're basing everything on your opinion. So doon nagkakaroon ng correlation yung tao sa'yo na, yeah, I agree with him. Or yeah, no, I disagree with him. I don't. So, opinion kasi based eh. Like, even in, ano yung sinasabi pa sa akin yung parang rating, yung 94 rating, 92 rating. What do you call that?
Yun yung point system eh.
Point system.
Point system yan ng cigar aficionado. Yung cigar aficionado, yun yung international
parang body. Yung sa'yo, ang maganda talaga is you're building everything based out of your own opinion. As Humidor Manila. Di ba? Ito yung name mo. Pero meron kang Humidor Manila. Kumbaga ako, this is my name, Antonio, but everything that I express in my opinion as Soul Slam is separate. Pero it's not under me. Pero nakakorelate nila with that. Kumbaga, pag sinabi mo, this is really good, it's your opinion, it's really good. I mean, someone will say like, no, it's not good.
Pero isa pang maganda dyan, aside from my halimbawa, magbibigay ako ng opinion ko. Kung ano yung tingin ko na top 5.
Yeah.
Pwede rin i-base yung kung ano yung feedbacks ng mga customers ko. Ano ba yung pinaka-nagustuhan nila para kasali rin sila, di ba? Pwede rin maging content yun ng group eh.
Yeah. Kasi it's point of discussion eh.
Kaya minsan pag nagpo-post ako, I'm asking the group kung ano yung nila, yung favorite cigar nila. Diba? In the morning with coffee.
Ganun yun. Kunyari yun, sabihin mo coffee. Yun yung opinion mo. Pero sabihin mo, would you pair this with coffee or would you pair this with whiskey? Parang ganun. So it's creating a conversation. Kasi right now, you're community building talaga. That's the best way that you can grow your group. It's because it's a discussion. When I worked with Soul Slam, I was working with a group called Soul Haven Sneakerheads Club. Kami, all we talked about was our opinions about shoes. kung bibilin ba natin to o hindi, yung mga ganun. So, everything is opinion-based. So, it's your opinion as Humidor Manila, not as Lem, the person. Kunyari, when someone posts that you pair it with coffee, I pair it with wine, or I just drink water.
Yun nga yung sinasabi ko rin kanina. Parang tinatanong niya, di ba, na okay lang ba na ganyan? Okay lang ba na ganito?
Oh, yeah.
Sa akin, parang kung ano, do what works for you.
Yeah. That's one thing I learned also from you. Yung sinabi mo na, tinatanong kita na, okay lang ba na i-pair to with whiskey or wine or water? Sabi mo sa akin na, gawin mo ko yung trip mo. Kung gusto mo uminom with juice.
Oo.
Diba? No?
Pero kami ni Seth, ginawa niya, gumawa siya ng juice, di ba?
Oo.
Fresh juice with yung bubbly na water.
Oo.
Tapos cigar, sarap.
Oo. So, there's no rules.
Oo.
Kumbaga, di ba?
Actually, it depends on the person's taste. No?
Yeah.
And taste, location,
Correct.
weather. So,
Mood.
ikaw, what you can do is suggest, or during a rainy season, this is perfect with coffee. Or
So, that,
just create a conversation.
yun yung magka-create ng interest. So,
Like what I did with the Facebook, and then ako, what is your top 5?
see? Because you're trying to get interactions Engagements. Engagement on social media, it's what gets people talking. Nagkakaroon ng buzz, di ba? Ng hype. Kaya nga, maraming nagpo-post ng mga unpopular opinion nila about things. When you ask people and they respond, doon kayo nagkakaroon ng talking points.
Parang kailangan medyo mapansin yung comment mo para
So it's kumbaga it catches your attention, parang this is my favorite. What's yours? Diba? So it all boils down to what commentary you have para mag-engage yung tao. Kasi if you give out all information on your post, wala na parang this one is ganyan, puro facts. So boring na siya So I think that's one of the things when I research about other accounts that post it is that it's all about informational pero none about talking points.
Okay. Yung magbalik tayo dun sa first question
Yeah.
talaga. Ano sa tingin nyo, yung kasi gusto ko na nga na mag-start yung Instagram tsaka yung Facebook ulit, di ba? So what would be, ano sa tingin nyo yung pinaka-okay na first post? Is it a welcome ad? Ano ba, announcement ba dapat?
Yeah.
Ano,
So
ba yan?
it's always about what can you offer to the people rather than what products you have. It's like when I made a talk with a real estate company. So they sell condominiums. I told them, don't post about how much it is and such. What can I get out of it? It's all about what can I get from you as a user. Kumbaga, what's in it for me? Why should I follow you? It's because of this. This is what we have. This is what we can offer. Diba? More on what we're selling.
Hindi yung product.
Oo. Kasi, what makes your product is point A, point B, and point C. So that's your talking points. So endless na yun. If you have, for example, 40 kinds of cigars, you have more or less 120 posts. Kasi you can talk about this 3 times. And kulang pa rin yun.
Pero parang hindi siya maban. Siguro mas okay yung transaction niya nasa website na lang.
Oo. The transaction, everything you want to click funnel to your website.
Yun nga, tama siya. Paano bang mangyayari? Pwede bang maging parang magazine? Yung Instagram tsaka yung Facebook page. Parang magazine na para ma-funnel nga yung na
Pumunta sa website.
sa website
Yeah.
or sa
Your social media is really the content.
Yeah.
It just evolved to a shop, yung social media. But you just have to stick back to the being a content and lead them to your website.
Parang ginagawa ng MNLA,
Okay.
di ba?
Nang?
Ng MNLA.
Yeah.
Wala silang price sa
Walang
Facebook.
price.
It's
Yeah.
just more on lalagay ka ng mga content to entice them to buy. Or like for example, perfect with coffee.
Parang magazine.
picture lang, tapos
Oo.
wala lang masyadong nakasunod.
Yun lang, gagastos ka talaga sa content.
Content,
Dapat
yeah.
tuloy-tuloy yun. Dapat yung consistency ng content mo, dapat pare-pareho.
Content will always be king. Kasi, how many posts you make in a day versus how much people actually want to consume at the same time.
Then, magbabayad ka, magbubus ka pa nun.
Magbuboost ka pa, yeah. That's
Ewan
another
ko
thing.
Ewan ko kung tama ito Ito tinitignan ko kasi yung competitors, meron din sila eh. Meron din sila nung Instagram tsaka nung na page eh. Pero hindi rin sila nagbebenta. Nung sobrang hindi gumagalaw yung nila. Basta nandun lang.
Yeah.
May mga ilang posts lang sila.
Kulang yun.
Yun
Kulang
nga
yun.
eh.
Kulang yun.
Baka hindi kaya sila hindi natatanggal kasi kulang yun.
No.
No.
Hindi sila nagbebenta doon.
Yeah. They have websites eh. They all have a
Pero
website.
pwede namang hindi magbenta ng maraming laman yung Facebook page mo.
Ang bebenta mo lang doon sa Instagram page mo, Humidor.
Pwede.
Yeah. Because
More
it's
Humidor. Nakalagay doon
it's
lahat
not
ng
gonna
cigar.
get, this one's not gonna get blocked.
If they buying
Ah.
Humidor, they have cigars.
This one will not get blocked kasi it's a case.
Yun yung sinasabi mo pa
It's a
dati,
case.
pa
Oo
na-
nga, ang kulit
yun
mo kasi
yun.
ay ako.
Kasi nandun na pa rin ako sa ayokong matanggal dahil sa cigar.
Oh.
Na pwede naman pala na tirahin natin
Yes.
puro humidor.
Again, you change
Pero
from
laban doon, cigar.
tobacco PH to Humidor Manila. What's Humidor? 'Di ba? It's the case.
And the people will buy the Humidor,
Will
Buy
want to
cigars.
put
will have cigar.
yes. So that's what's your
Yun
unique
nga yung
selling
essence
point.
kung bakit naging humidor Manila eh.
Oo, yeah, that's
Sabi ko Humidor.
ang selling point mo is, hey, we sell humidors, all kinds of humidors. And yeah, by the way, we also have cigars. So, kumbaga, it becomes like what we call in marketing a lost leader. So, for example, we have a kunyari, sa pawn shop, 'di ba? Sa pawn shop, ang number one thing is sangla. But additional services are Western Union, padala, 'di ba? So, it's what drives people in even more. Tapos pwede ka pa magpa-store ng cigars nila. That's another thing. So, marami ka ng unique selling point.
Oo, pero ang promotion mo, you're the Humidor.
Yes.
Yun yung pag
Parang-
nakapasok na sila, saka mo na sila bebentahan.
Oo.
Hindi mo kailangan benta kasi alam na yun sa website na yun.
So website na
Wala makakagalaw ng website mo because that's yours.
That's yours, yeah. I mean, who's gonna report it?
Oo.
I mean, even if you report to whom? To the internet?
Yeah.
Okay.
In the world wide world.
Oh. No one can report you. So, even if your social media accounts mawala siya, at the end of the day, you still have your website. Nandun ka. Kunyari, if Facebook next day, bigla na nawala, Instagram nawala, Twitter nawala, YouTube nawala, website ka pa rin. As long as you're paying for it. Diba?
Ito ang best na pinagtingnan ko for you is Fuma.
Yeah.
Fuma, they don't sell cigarettes. They sell lighters.
Yeah. Lighters, rolling
Rolling papers.
rolling paper.
Yung bong.
Oo.
That's illegal,
I mean,
technically.
bong is technically illegal, pero what you put in there is the one that's illegal.
Sa'yo na yun.
Yeah.
Pero what for you, pinag-bribe you.
I mean, rolling paper.
Di ba?
Right.
Pero they have website, they're selling. Nakalagay lang lang, pero walang price.
Tsaka ang
No.
tagal na nag-survive siya.
Correct. It's very sensitive kasi it's vice eh. That's number one thing, it's vice.
Pero tama nga yun na, yun niya kaya nga humidor na yung
Oo.
pangalan eh. Di tirahin mo na ng
Oo.
humidor.
Don't
Mukha ka na to.
don't get focused on just this. 'Di ba? You're building a
So,
community
dun
eh.
sa sinasabi niyo ni Sete, ano yung pinakamagandang first post? Humidor.
Humidor. Yeah. Humidor. Humidor ka.
ng
Gusto-
maraming cigar.
Oh, and when you get to humidor, oh, by the way, we sell cigars too.
Pagpasok sa
So
website.
sabihin mo, pagdating yung are you guys selling cigar? I just go to my website, we have all the products there. Or you're not selling?
Hindi direct selling yun.
Oo.
Hindi direct selling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kumbaga accidental buyers, 'di ba? Kasi ang rule namin pag when you go to a retail store, it's similar to website din. Whatever store, physical or online, you want them to stay a certain period of time in there. If one person stays in your website for 1 minute, it's either kulang yung product mo or it's not interesting enough. Kunyari, I work with a retail store of clothing. They have a 100 square meter space. If they have to spend at least 10 minutes there to look and try on and fit clothes, it's the same thing with your shop. They can't just go in there for 1 minute and say, okay, I'm done. Diba? It's the website. So you want them to be able to browse and see before you make a decision. Diba? When you go to a website, buli ka ng sapatos online sa store, babrowse ka hanggang mga page 5, or 6, tapos
Hindi naman lahat.
add to cart ka ng add to cart. It's the same thing as going to a physical store, like going to a grocery. You start with one rack, next rack, and so on and so forth. Next thing you know, your cart is full already. Right?
Okay.
So, kaya nga you have a chat box there eh. So, when they stay there, lalabas na yung message na, hi, do you need help with anything? After 2 minutes, it's because they're already there for 2 minutes. So, imagine that's like a customer who's inside the store. Imagine if there's no one looking after them. So, hi, welcome to Humidor Manila. How can I help you? If you need anything, so you tell them if it's their first time to go there. Oh, here's the humidor that we're selling, and here's our cigars. So if you need anything, feel free to ask me any question. Important talaga dun yung consistency of how you post every day. If you're posting Mondays to Sundays every 5 p.m. and 9 p.m., meron kang dalawang post. Consistent yun. The way you do that, that's what I'm telling you kanina, is use an app to schedule. I use Hootsuite. That's why I'm able to post from 8, 9, 10, 4, 6, 8, 10 o'clock.
So,
Non-stop.
Sorry dun sa number 1, so yung unang post dapat, yung humidor na malaki na nandyan sa shop.
Oo.
So, aantayin ko na lang matapos yung shop.
Yeah. Finish your shop and then make a very nice photo about, of it, and then welcome everyone. And then go on from there. Diba? The humidor, you can put the price if you want to, but I suggest no, don't put it.
To-follow na lang. Para naisip ko kasi, para makakuha na
No,
ako ng
kasi
bagong customers.
That's your unique selling point eh, that you're selling humidors. I mean,
So, hindi
how
pwede
many
mahuli
people?
yung cigars na
No. Because your store's name is
Humidor Manila.
there. Yeah. Ay, meron ka ng stock dyan eh. Diba? So you can use stock images. Right?
Stock images ng cigars.
No, the humidor. May stock images yan eh. Diba? Wherein it's displayed properly in a cigar room.
Pwede na yun.
Yeah, you can use, I mean, if you need to give credit to the owner, if it's from the shop, pwede. But an important thing always is to give credit where it's due. Diba? That's one thing about grabbing photos and videos. Next thing you want to talk about is the objective of your social media account, which is promote your website and the cigar room. So everything is about ClickFunnels.